We are previewing UFC 155 here at SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Sitting next to me is Nick Kalikas, professional MMA oddsmaker and consultant for DSI Sportsbook. And Nick, right now we're going to talk about Belcher Okami, Alan Belcher and Yushin Okami. And I'll tell you what, I think this is a fight with some value. Okami's a favorite, minus 140, Belcher plus 110. I think Belcher has some value here as an underdog. Okami, yes, it's a rematch. Okami won the first fight by decision, but then after Silva beat his ass, he's kind of like gone downhill a bit. And I think Belcher is actually improving, and it might not be huge value, but Belcher plus 110, I'll take it. What do you think?
Yeah, well, a lot of the betting public agrees with you as well. I opened the line minus 170 actually for Okami, and it's been up for a while though. It was one of those future fights that we put up, and it stayed up for a long time. So. The betting public has bet it down. They're coming in on the action with Belcher. And I do understand why. It's not a big shocker to me. If it keeps dropping and Okami turns into the slight underdog, though, then I'll be a little bit surprised. Because, like you said, I know a lot of the people believe that Belcher's probably showing the improvement. He's on a little bit more of a consistent role. And I agree, man. Since that Silva fight, Okami's looked horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, terrible. Every fight. But he's still the better fighter. I mean, it's one of these scenarios that Belcher's a little bit overrated too, honestly. I mean, he's got the striking credentials. He's got decent BJJ. I mean, even avoiding Paul Harris last time out, the leg locks and all that, he even showed decent sub defense. But here's the thing. I mean, Okami's a better grinder. He's actually has better BJJ, even though he hasn't maybe used it that much. He still has, I think, a better overall BJJ game.
He's stronger.
And on the feet, he's going to be competitive, but he doesn't want to keep it there right now at this stage because when he gets clipped, he gets rocked. And I mean, he's like we just said, he looked terrible the last few fights.
Right.
So if it stays on the feet, yes, Alan Belcher's probably going to catch him and knock him out. But I think Okami's going to look to take the fight to the floor and probably control most of the fight. Now, here's the danger, though. It is a 3-round fight. So Okami's going to more than likely have to control Belcher for 3 rounds without getting clipped. So that's what makes me a little bit hesitant right now, even at the current price with Okami. But if the price drops, I'm betting Okami because he is the more complete fighter. If anybody's improved more since the time they fought originally, the first time, it's actually Okami. He knows what the kind of fighter he is. He knows he's that grinder style. I mean, Dana White has said in the past Okami's the best Japanese wrestler, or the best Japanese fighter, that's ever come into the UFC and crossed over. And at one time, that could have been true. Right now, like we said, it's not the case. But I still think he's that smart, that intelligent, that he knows what he has to do. Can he do it for 3 rounds without getting clipped? That's going to be the gamble. I mean, that's why it's not easy to, I think, bet this fight either.
I mean, he got gassed in the 3rd round of his fight with Belcher, right?
Yeah, but I think Belcher's cardio is not top-notch either. He's a little bit inconsistent. I mean, like I said, he's been on a little roll here, but there's some inconsistent flaws to him as well. I think Okami's more the complete fighter and a little bit more solid. That chin does worry me. That's the only thing.
Right.
And that's a big thing. I mean, that's
exactly.
A huge thing.
And so did the sharps come in on Belcher?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, there's some smaller, like I said. I think the big sharps are going to wait again. It's one of these fights. We'll see. I think they might be tempted to bet this fight either way, one way or the other. But I think a lot of the smaller players that do have some knowledge have come in on Belcher as well. They're thinking that Okami's chin is basically done. He's going to catch it, and they're going to win.
So then at the moment, you have much more action on Belcher than Okami right now.
Yes, correct.
Right.
I mean, but again, the limits are going to increase to 5K. Typically, right now, you're seeing the limits around a nickel. As they get closer to fight day, it'll be a dime, 2 dimes, and up to 5K. So a lot of the bigger bettors have not come in. But a lot of the small but sharp guys, there's a lot of smart, intelligent bettors out there. They do believe that Belcher is the side, and they're coming in taking that plus money. I did open the line in hindsight a little bit high at 170. I just honestly think that Okami is that much better, and if he doesn't get clipped, the chances are he's going to win the fight.
All right. So you'll probably wind up needing Okami, but if you lose, no big deal.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I do realize what everybody sees in that chin, so I'm not going to be crazy and make it a huge decision either. We'll see. I mean, sometimes when that last-minute steam comes in, it's tough. I mean, it's tough for the guys to handle. So we'll see which way it goes. But hopefully, we'll need Okami and not too drastic.
Okay. Well, it's a great card. I'm looking forward to this one. Thanks for doing this preview with us once again, Nick.
I appreciate it. Thank you.